just realised. So you go to aftercare. Now, aftercare is basically everything you do once that person has agreed to join up. Okay? You need to think of your sales presentation like a funnel, an hour class. Okay? Really quite fat at the top, then it narrows in, and then it goes fatty. The little narrow bit is that close, we should spend a couple of seconds on it. Okay? The needs analysis at the top is probably 60% of your whole presentation, and then another 25% of that is your aftercare. So I can read through here. So you want to do the sign up process professionally. If I say, yeah, I'm going to invest my money here, you say, fantastic, give me your credit card, do this and this, I'll just don't worry about that, you don't need to read that, we can skip by that. That doesn't really make me feel that comfortable that what you're doing has integrity behind it. Okay, so it needs to be professional. Okay, we need to make sure they fully understand everything. Now there is a terms and conditions booklet that we have here. What I personally do is bring out that terms and conditions booklet to highlight, and I highlight in front of them the main points, and I make sure they fully understand it. And my job here is to create advocacy. I want them to tell everyone they know, you come and see Shane down at Good Life, because he's going to look after you. Not, I joined up with him down at Good Life, don't see him, he ripped me off. It's the last thing you want. So make sure they understand everything they're getting themselves into. Okay, otherwise you're going to create issues and work for you on the back end, which we don't want. Okay, we want to make them feel comfortable in the club. Now, for a large percentage of our new members, when they get started in here, it's going to be the first time they're probably not going to know you any more than maybe one person. And my rule is a new member leaves this club knowing 3 members of staff. Okay, knowing their names, introduced, so there's a really good chance that next time they come in, one of those members will be in this club and they'll make them feel comfortable. I like to class any members as friends. When they're coming back, they're coming back to see their friends. They're not coming back into a environment where they know nobody and they just put their head down and walk. Remember, at the start, we want to create people who are happy, bubbly, positive, not depressed people with their shoulders slumped, because they're not going to get the results that way. Okay, so make them feel comfortable in the club. You want to put them in for any session. So in my example, purchase personal training. And if we can get him booked in with a personal trainer right then and there, we know he's committed to coming down to his first session. You'd be surprised how many people join up to a gym and they never come once. Okay? And that's purely because of that last one. They don't have a booking. Grab a piece of paper if they're doing a group fitness class, write down what classes they're going to come to in the first couple of weeks. You can put that in your desk, and then in 2 weeks' time you can give them a call and you can say, Shane, how was RPM at 5:30 on Thursday? How was body pump at Tuesday at 6 a.m? How good is that going to feel for people knowing they're people that are going to make them accountable for what they do? Okay? So that is the aftercare. That is the real key of doing, looking after members and making them feel as comfortable as possible. And the reason why we do all this is obviously not going to get the results, but the second reason is because we want them to refer their friends. We want them to tell every single person they know, you go down to Good Life because they treat you like an absolute king. Okay? Now, sometimes people need a reminder to refer their friends. So this is why we ask them. How many times we always ask referrals. Okay? We'll ask them to have any friends. So let me give you an example of how that sounds. So what that's going to sound is, you get yourself started, you've taken responsibility for your health, which is an amazing thing. Congratulations on that again. So thank you. You say, well, I'm sure you've got friends which are like-minded that are ready to get started to improve their life as well. Okay, we all do. Now, what I need from you, mate, is I want to invite 10 of your friends down here to do a session alongside for you free of charge. Okay? Now, once you give me their name and number, I'll give them a call personally. I'll invite them down. There's nothing else to it than that. They can do a session with you. You can motivate them and show them how you've taken responsibility, how you want to help them at the same time. How does that sound? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. What I'm going to do is we actually have pieces of paper we put in front of them. So just write 10 names and numbers down there. And I'm just going to go get you a free backpack. We have all the backpacks in the back. So when I come back, I'll grab those names and numbers, and then we can get yourself started. Memberships are nearly done. Okay? And then away, I go, hey, well, even if you don't have 10 friends, even 5 or 6, so it's like a drop cell option. Okay? Okay, and time high drop cells, so even 5 or 6 will be fantastic. And and they would really appreciate the opportunity to come down here and train with you. Okay, so you go away, do your own thing, you let him do his writing, and if you're sitting in front of them when they're doing this, they're not going to want to do it. Okay? But they should feel compelled to do this because you've given them the best experience they could possibly have down at the club. And they're loving their time down here. Okay, so when you come back, you obviously get the names and numbers so they can buy them down. One key rule with that, guys, we never want to say, hey, I'll get my friend to contact you guys, because that won't happen. What we want is we want to be able to ring the friend up. Because the conversation with the referral goes, hey Jenny, your friend Shane just joined up and took responsibility for his health down at Good Life. While he was down here, he actually mentioned that you'd be similar and you'd really like to get started as well. I'm just giving you a call to invite you down to the club. When would be a good time for you to get started? Okay, so once we've done that, the idea is to create a cycle, what we call the sales cycle. So everything we've done is gone in a whole loop. So we started at the top. I don't have a picture up here for you, but we've qualified the clients, and then from there we've gone right down to the needs analysis. After the needs analysis, we've then gone into the third step, which is obviously the timeline of the tour. Now from there we've established why they want to be here. We've qualified them. We then go into the price presentation. After we've presented the prices to them, and we get them to understand of where they want to be and what their budget will fit, we then close that sale. Sometimes there's that step in there that we spoke about, which is the overcoming objections. If that's within there, that's fine. We overcome those, make the close, and then we go into step of aftercare, which is making them feel comfortable. They have friends down at the club, and they really need to make friendships, make relationships down here, and not feel isolated at all. And we do all that because the last step is obviously the referrals. And once we refer people, we get them back in, and that whole cycle goes away and a whole loop again. Okay? So once that loop happens, then from there, it just goes round and round. We create members, and that's where our budgets get hit. That's where our numbers get met, and we get paid our commissions, which is obviously ultimately what we all want. We want to be able to get paid those commissions and have really great time at the same. Okay, so that's how it looks. That's what we're aiming for. I think we've been quite comprehensive in that cycle. As I said, tendency is to get a little bit lazy and not use all these. But I can tell you right now that if you do, the success you're going to have in your sales career is going to be very profound. Because they're all there for a reason, and they're all there to create one word, have a casino brand. Okay, so nearly done, guys. So before we finish up, we touch on the assessment again. I said at the start that we're going to be doing a real-time play. So that's basically like a role play. We've all done that before, and you've probably done some of those even to get the job you're in currently. So I'm not going to give you script. I don't believe in scripts. So I'm going to get you to go away and do 20 presentations that you're going to complete. Now some of these might be role play ones with a friend. Some of these might be real people that have come in to join. Okay. After each one, I want you to do an evaluation on yourself. Okay, what did I do well? What do I need to improve on? What are my key points? Okay. Once you've done 20 of those, I feel you're going to be in a position where we're going to sit down with you and we're going to take you through a scenario. Okay, we're going to put you through a whole scenario, and we want to see how you can link in all of those key components to basically get that sales cycle underway. Okay, there's going to be myself as the person who's assessing. There'll be someone that will run the scenario, and there'll be yourself. So you'll be challenged on your rapport building skills, in the way you sit, in the way you interact with people, the tonality you use, everything like that. The needs analysis you do on them, how good you are at uncovering that underlying motive of why they want to be here. And then obviously overcoming your objections. Don't be naive, there will be an objection in there. You just have to remember that acronym that I did, the EIRO, empathise, isolate, redirect, overcome, and you'll be fine. Because you can overcome anything with practice. Okay, that's how we're going to do. The marking guide will be very simple. It would be a competent or a not yet competent. If you're competent, fantastic. We're actually going to provide you with a certificate of completion, which you can obviously take. You can put that in your CV, and you'll always have that, and you've been through this training. If not, you will get another opportunity, and an opportunity for feedback from us. because we want to qualify you. We want you to do the best that you can, not only get results for yourself but for the company at the same time. Okay? So that's how the assessment's going to run. At any time between now and when you do your assessment, I am available for you. I'm available here, ready to sit down, ready to go. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have, because emotional intelligence, understanding where you're at is very important, I believe. So feel free to contact me. You guys have got all my contact details, and what I'm going to do is actually email you all, not the assessment, but the slides that I've put through on here. So you're going to have a really great understanding of what the sales steps are. So if you haven't taken any notes today, that's okay. You can grab these, you can sit down, you can review them all and find out where you're at with it. Okay, so in summary, let's quickly go through it all. Let's go from the 5 keys of persuasion. Okay, the scarcity, the authority, the consensus, the reciprocity, everything like that. Okay, keys to persuading. You're going to go away, you're going to practice those, and you're going to find out exactly how you persuade people. I want to make this very clear. There's a massive difference between persuading someone and manipulating them. Okay, we don't want to be manipulating people. We want to ensure that they're persuaded to make the decision they want to make overall. Okay, so that's the 5 keys of persuasion. Build rapport. Practice, practice, practice. And this is exactly what you want to do at all times. Okay, stand the way people are standing. Use the same tone of voice. Use the same pace of the way they're talking. Mirror their words, mirror their body language, everything. You're going to find you're going to get massive results and buy-in from, doesn't matter who it is, because they're going to feel very comfortable that you're going to be with them and they like you. Okay, I'm going to qualify the client. We've spoken about it in depth. I'm going to do that needs analysis. Remember, this is to be at 60% of the time in the whole lot is done needs analysis. You need these answers. You want to find out why they're here. Even if they don't know, all the answers are up in their head until you're asking the right questions. Okay, the timeline in the tour, the field to see maintained is very important. We then go into the price presentation. We don't give yes or no answers, we give options. We overcome objections using the model that I showed you, EIRO. Quite comfortably, we close and then we take best of care of them, like they're our best buddy. Imagine that your mum's joined you and you take care of her. Okay, that's the exact same service you want. Because all of those are going to lead to, right down the bottom, refer.